Hi, Statesmen Nation. We're here with Colton Udemark as we get ready for the 2023-2024 Shotgun Sports season. Opportunity to sit down before everything gets going here and this weekend already. So, all right, Coach. Brand new coach just a few months ago. So, talk about the transition going from athlete into coach here over the last few months.
So I was here as a graduate assistant for the last 2 years. That's really helped me in learning kind of what the identity of this team is. I've been working in the recruiting process, so the incoming freshmen, I've known who they are. I know the strengths and the weaknesses of the current athletes on the team. So that's really a benefit as being the graduate assistant and moving easily into this new season. Even though I'm now the official head coach, there hasn't been a huge adjustment period in terms of, for me, learning about these kids, knowing what their strengths and weaknesses are. So I feel like that's definitely been an easy transition for myself.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Talk about this summer and just things that you were trying to accomplish is, putting your own stamp on it here early on.
So I've been working over the summer about creating a new image. We're in a new era. Steve has done a lot of stuff that has, he's put William Penn Shotgun Sports on the map.
Yeah.
And so not only do I want to keep that culture, that winning culture going, I wanted to change the image a little bit. I've wanted to make my own mark in regards to what William Penn, when people see William Penn, what that means. So that's what I've been working on. Working with within the confines of a budget. Obviously, being a first-year coach, there's stuff that I didn't have necessarily direct access to, but I knew the situation of. But now I have direct access to all that stuff. So just working with that stuff over the summer. A lot of the athletes were sending me their scores over the summer, their achievements, and there's a lot of them. A lot of the kids went above and beyond all summer for their own personal accomplishments and achievements and their goals. And so I'm really excited to bring all of them back on campus and really hit the ground running this week and this weekend being our first competition.
Yep, definitely. All right, let's. I know there's a lot of them, so I feel bad to put you on the spot here, but let's talk about some of those, top individuals who. Let's talk about returners first, and we can talk about some of the new faces as well. But those returners who are really going to make an impact. I mean, you guys have several, returning All-Americans and people that were, are high HOA people and all of that. So let's highlight some of those.
So the nice thing is, we've only graduated just a couple All-Americans, and we have a lot of returners. We got Matthew Brindley on the skeet side of things, HOA side of things. We got Noah DeBouf, who really started showing his true colors last year as a shooter coming together as a junior. You got Hunter Block, who's returning. You got Colton Heinz-Kurter. He's really stepped up. We have a large senior class, so realistically, there's 15 people that I can rely on that have been here for years, and I know I'm gonna look over some of them, but you just got a lot of the senior leaders on this team that are really wanting to go out with a bang, and young kids. There's a lot of young kids. Cade Bowie, who's now a junior. He's done a lot of work over the summer. Brianna Thompson has done a lot of work in her game over the summer as going into her sophomore year. Wyatt Cresser, same thing. I mean, there's just a plethora of talent on this team. It's just a matter of honing in and refining those skills as we move into throughout the season.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of those new kids. Not a lot, as again, you kind of came in a little late in the recruiting process, but some of the new people that you're excited about adding into the fold.
Yeah, so first off, we got 4 returns. Trenton Giese, he's going to be really a staple of this program. He's come in, he's got the right attitude. I've been talking to him for 2 years as a graduate assistant, and he's got a really great attitude. He wants to succeed, and he has the right work ethic. Emily Schober, she's from California. She's a phenomenal HOA shooter out of California. Our sister is actually one of our competitors at Midland, and so now there's going to be a nice sibling rivalry there. And she's a strong shooter, trap, skeet, sporting clays. Hayden Lund, he's an incoming trap shooter from Wisconsin. Phenomenal trap shooter. So I'm really excited to work with him on expanding his horizons and disciplines. And from the conversations I've had with him, he's very willing to take what I have to say and run with it. And then lastly, we have Addison McGarity, who's a phenomenal Iowa resident, trap shooting. She is a phenomenal female trap shooter, ATA and SCTP is kind of her background. So really, all four of the freshmen that we have coming in, I really hope they come into the fold. They start producing immediately because they have the talent to do so.
Sure, awesome. All right, in regards to the schedule, it's a little lighter than it had been in the past, but you had a strategy to it all. So just talk about the schedule in a whole, but highlighting a couple of the meets that you're really excited about.
Yeah, so it all started last year when we ended up Division I third place, and that was a huge progress for the program. That's huge. And what I wanted to do moving into this year is I wanted to prepare everyone for nationals. The talent in the country right now is absolutely on a whole different level in every single division. And so I wanted to prepare these athletes to be exposed to those elite shooters and those elite scorers. And I don't want them to go into nationals blind. So what I have planned is we're going to go to less meets than we have previously, but we're going to travel to more competitive meets because I want them to get that experience and kind of see what it takes to be that HOA shooter and what it takes to be that best in the country. And I've always been taught if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Last year there was 2 teams better than us, and this year that's my goal, is a national championship.
Yep. Speaking of the ACUI Nationals, the intention is to drop down to Division II, which sounds bad to say drop down to Division II. What's the mindset on that?
So realistically, that decision kind of came down to kind of where the school is at as a whole. William Penn Shotgun Sports can compete in all divisions, but really the geography of the shotgun collegiate realm, a lot of schools that are about our size and about our budget-wise and about our coaching staff, the same size schools are competing in Division II. And so therefore it's not necessarily bumping down as a bad thing, it's just kind of where William Penn needs to be in terms of its resources, its coaching staff. The talent level is by no means any less than Division I. Division II is very competitive, but there's just a lot more schools in the Division II division because it's just more realistic for shotgun sports in the college world.
Right, and it's more NCAA Division IIs and NAIs and all of that. I mean, it's like-minded schools.
Yes.
I mean, taking obviously nothing away from Texas A&M and Lindenwood, but they're D1s.
Yes.
They're just built different, right? Like
Yep.
I said, so it doesn't really make sense. It's great to finish third, and that's a huge thing, but yeah, Division II is a better fit, right? Okay, let's just put a bow on the whole thing. What's it going to take for the team to be successful?
I've been having meetings with all these kids. Really, it's going to come down to them. They want to have to have the drive. They want to have to put forth the work. I'm here. I'm here as basically just a guide. It's going to be on them to do it, and I know they can. And I'm really excited to see all these athletes that are returning from summer and have their big goals that they've been chasing. I'm glad to finally have them back on campus, and we're going to hit the ground running, and we're going to hit it hard.
Yep.
And it's going to be on them to progress. So, yeah, that's really all I got.
All right, well, relying on 18 and 22-year-olds, just like everybody else in college. So, best of luck, Coach. Team will be at the Co-Invitational Cedar Rapids, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking, for some reason, thinking Riverside, but Cedar Rapids for the Co-Invitational this weekend. One of several events that you'll be able to read about and hear about on statesmanathletics.com, as well as all of our social media channels. Coach Udemark, thank you so much. Best of luck this season.
Yep. Thank you.